Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Ashton Jackson, and in today's video, man, we're going to be talking about should the Dallas Cowboys be interested in trading for Jets running back Breece Hall. And the only reason why I'm bringing that up is because it's starting to circulate right now that he might be a potential trade candidate ahead of the draft. I am making this video on Sunday, April 6th, so we're only 18 days away from the draft. And, teams are inquiring about trades and things of that nature, trying to get rid of players that are on one-year deals and seeing if they can try and get any sort of form of a trade compensation. Because and the only reason why I'm even bringing it up, I'm even, taking time out of my day to even make this kind of video is because I truly feel like there's going to be a position that does not get drafted in the draft, and the Dallas Cowboys are going to say they either love Jonathan Mingo. If they don't draft wide receiver, they're going to say they love Mingo. If they don't draft running back, they're saying that they love the guys that they got in the building, like Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders. If they don't draft the tackle, they say they have major faith in Mozzie and everybody, Solomon Thomas, Osodigizu, who they paid money to. Then if they don't draft corner, they're going to say they like Kit Kyer, Elam, Israel Mukwamu, Deron Bland, bank on him to stay healthy, Kalen Carson. So they're going to say they like those group of guys. And running back is a position that they should draft in the first place. Let's get that out of the way. That should be a position that they should be drafting anyway. I shouldn't be making this video about should we trade. But I am making this video in the case in which we don't draft for a running back. I would love for us to give up possibly one of our not compensatory picks, but one of our 5th round picks to the Jets. And I will discuss why I would want to give up a 5th round pick instead of something higher like a 3rd round pick or things of that nature, right? So before we hop into the video, I would appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content. So if you're wondering what type of jersey that I'm wearing, yes, it's Julio Jones. He's my GOAT wide receiver. It's somebody that I grew up watching and one of my favorite players of all time. Seen him play at Bama, seen him get drafted in 2011. When the Falcons traded up for him. It sucks that he couldn't get that Super Bowl ring, because I for sure would think he got that Super Bowl ring, he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer to me, in my opinion anyway. But Julio Jones is one of my favorite wide receivers. I just wanted to honor him by wearing the jersey. Everybody knows what team I still rep regardless, but everybody who knows action in real life knows that Julio Jones is his favorite wide receiver of all time. And I respect everybody else that came before him, Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, Jerry Rice, Michael Irvin, all of them. But it's just a dude that was just unbelievable. So, again, back to the originality of the video, talking about the running back position. I already talked about prior in the intro. I know it was a longer intro, but I talked about prior. I think that the Dallas Cowboys we're 18 days away from the draft, man. We're 2 weeks and 4 days away from the draft happening. I cannot wait. I'm super excited. I will be doing a live stream for all 3 days. And I'm very excited for it. But for me, we just know how funny style this team is. And we know and we do understand that the Dallas Cowboys are going to not draft a position. We have so many holes on this team. We just traded away one of our 5th round picks to go get a backup quarterback. We needed a backup quarterback, and we figured that out. We got Joe Milton. We needed a wide receiver. Last year, they traded for a 4th round pick for Jonathan Mingo. I think Jonathan Mingo can be your wide receiver 3. It's a battle between him or Jalen Tolbert. But wide receiver 2 position, to me, if I was building the Dallas Cowboys and, common sense ain't common, but I'm drafting a wide receiver in the first 2 rounds, and I'm still possibly wanting to sign a Keenan Allen in free agency because I just want competition. I want true competition in this organization for the Dallas Cowboys. I want true competition. So again, they might not draft wide receiver. What happens if they don't draft corner? Well, what happens if they don't draft a Will Johnson and they take a Tedero McMillan, which I would be crying if we drafted Tedero McMillan and we didn't take a corner at all in the draft because, hey, we went wide receiver, round 1, we went Quinshon Judkins in the 2nd round, and, we drafted D-tackle. Then we don't have a corner. Then now we're going to have to start making videos about, hey, do we trade for Jair Alexander, et cetera, et cetera. There is going to be a position that the Dallas Cowboys will not draft this season. Do I think it's going to be running back? No. But I am making this video, again, as precautionary for if they don't draft running back. Again, there's no excuse. They should draft a running back. Running back should be at the top of their list and something that they should be highly invested in. You should draft a running back. If you want to take, if Genty's available to you, without question, you take him. If Omarion Hampton's available to you, and you know, the Texans traded with the 49ers, they went in front of you, they took Emeka. Tedero McMillan went to Carolina, or he went to New Orleans, or Genty went to Vegas, and you want to draft Omarion Hampton in that case, and then Will Johnson went somewhere. You can say New York, you can say Carolina, whatever. The Dallas Cowboys are very limited on what they want to draft. Come down time for the draft, and they want to take Omarion Hampton at 12. I will sleep gracefully if we draft Omarion Hampton. You should draft 10. Caleb Johnson, I would draft. Trayvon Henderson, draft him. RJ Harvey, draft him. Dylan Sampson, I would draft him. I watched film on him the other night. I'm going to do a mock draft tomorrow, which I'm going to be showing you guys film on the 3 players I selected. And you got Quinshon Judkins, I'll take. Rashad Smith at SMU, I'll take. DJ Giddens out of Kansas State, I'll draft. Jordan James, you got him, you know, if he's available to you, you know, if he's available to you in the 5th round because you don't have a 4th round pick. Jaden Blue out of Texas, that's a 4-3 athlete right there. You got Damian Martinez out of the U, Miami. You got Baishal Tootin out of Virginia Tech, a freak athlete, a 4-2 athlete. That's somebody I'll take. Trevor Etienne out of Georgia. That's Etienne's little brother. And that plays for the Jaguars. You got Quentin Allen from Syracuse. I like him as well. You got Devin Neal that I would draft if he's available to you in the 5th round. You got Mullings, Michigan running back. You got Scatterbo, I'll take in the 5th round. Taj Brooks, I'll take in the 5th round. Kyle Monungai, I'll take in the 5th round. So those guys that I'll take in this draft for sure. But I think the Dallas Cowboys should give up a 5th round pick in this year's draft class for a guy like Breece Hall. Hell, even if we draft a wide receiver in the first 3 days and we trade up, if we give up one of our 5th round picks to go get a Breece Hall for him to come in and to battle out for our running back 1. And if we drafted Caleb Johnson in the 2nd round and a trade came up in which we traded for Breece Hall, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Have him for a 1-year rental. And if you like something out of them, you can sign them to a deal or whatever the case might be, like a 2-year, 3-year deal that makes sense for the team. That it helps out the team in that case. I'll definitely do it. I would trade this year's 5th round pick because when you're looking to trade your players, you're more than likely looking for a deal in this year's draft class. Why am I giving them a 5th? And if we had a 4th, I would give up a 4th for him if we had it for this year. But the reason why I even say a 5th is because you look at his injury history. But I understand what the problem was. The problem was he had no quarterback, bad offensive line, just terrible quarterback play, bad offensive line, and your culture getting erupted by one quarterback is definitely going to set you back as a player. So, you know, first year for Breece Hall coming to Iowa State, tears ACL. Horrible. 2nd year has comeback player of the year type of moment and puts up the stats that he does. And he's a damn good running back, right? Won me a fantasy football championship in his 2nd year. The 3rd year, we thought it was going to be better with Aaron Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, all these other cats. And he has a terrible down year because they want to just fling the ball because Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to throw the ball to his best friends that used to play in Green Bay. So that's why I say a 5th round makes sense because you give up a 5th round pick and then you also have to pay him in a year. So if the Dallas Cowboys are like, hey, we'll trade you for a 5th round pick for a 1-year rental. That's a 1-year rental I'll take. Hell, I mean, if you spread it around money, why not spend a little money on a running back like him, sign him to a 2-year deal, 3-year deal. That makes sense for you. And then, you know, you move on about your day. Or if the Dallas Cowboys want to get real goofy and they want to slap a franchise tag on him, I can see them doing something like that. But I would only trade for Breece Hall if he's still available post-draft and the Dallas Cowboys didn't figure anything out about drafting a running back because they wanted to take wide receiver, corner, and D-tackle on Thursday and Friday of the draft, and Saturday came and most of the running backs that they liked are gone, which I still think is available because once you get to Saturday, which is day 3, you know, at the running back position, I think a Tootin out of Virginia Tech might be available. Quentin Allen might be available to you in the 5th. If teams are funny and don't recognize talent, I think Devin Neal might be available to you. Scatterbo, I'll take in the 5th round. Taj Brooks, Kyle Monungai. You know, these are guys that I'll take in the 5th round that if they're available to me, or hell, if a Jaden Blue, Jaden Blue is available to you out of Texas, if he's available to you in the 5th round, I'll draft him. But again, if the Dallas Cowboys neglect running back again, people are going to riot. But if they neglect it again, I don't want to be the guy that is waiting around to draft a running back because we have so many other needs. I'll take one for sure. I'll take one in the first 3 days. I mean, the first 2 days of the draft, either Thursday or Friday. I'm not leaving. I am not going into the weekend saying, oh, I'm cool. I'm waiting until the 5th round to go get our player. No, I will take one in the 2nd, the 3rd, or the 1st, depending on who's there and who we really like and what makes sense for the Dallas Cowboys. Breece Hall is just simply, for me, a backup plan. So that's about it for the video. Hopefully you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.